Looking for a way to get healthy? The Chef You and I program has the answer. Kathryn Raaker and chefs from around the nation will teach even the most inexperienced how to cook. Come into their kitchen and watch them take ordinary foods with loads of calories and fat and turn those foods into healthier dishes. You will be the first to get tips and ideas on foods that are easy to prepare. Now let's join Kathryn and today's chef and learn how to make today's recipes.
Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of The Chef You and I, and today we have a guest all the way from Australia as our chef guest, and her name is Kim Ellis. She's a scientist. She is an author. She's a speaker. She's an attorney. I mean, you've got a list of things going on for you, but you're also a great cook.
Oh, thank you, Kathryn.
And I want to welcome you to our show today.
Thank you.
And we're going to make one of your favorite meals, and that is what?
Well, it's herb-crusted chicken.
Herb-crusted chicken, right.
And with some roast potatoes.
Right.
And some bacon asparagus.
Bacon asparagus. That sounds wonderful. What's the first thing that we're going to need and what we're going to use in the herb for the crust itself?
So here we've got some thyme
right.
and some marjoram, but you can use rosemary.
Right.
You can use sage. You can use any kind of combination of those herbs.
Right. But we used actually fresh.
Yes.
So my question is, what do we do first?
First, we take the herbs out and strip all the leaves off.
Okay.
And pop them in the mortar and pestle.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we're going to crush everything up.
Right.
Small, so that we can actually make a bit of a mush that we spread on the top of the chicken.
Right.
And then that bakes up nice and crispy in the oven. Mm-hmm. We're going to add some lemon to it as well, and salt and pepper. Mm-hmm. And it's going to bake really nicely.
So we used about 3 or 4 sprigs. This is
marjoram.
Marjoram.
Yeah.
And boy, can you smell that? That smells lovely.
It's good. And save these stems, because what we're going to do is we're going to put this in and cook it with the chicken as well.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Gives it a little bit more flavour.
Okay, so here's that.
Great.
Okay, here's
put
a few
this in
more.
there. Put
A
that
few
in
more there. Okay, and we'll keep that.
Yep.
And then do you need them off of here too?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably keep about 1 or 2 of those stems spare.
Okay.
And I'm going to start crushing this up. Used to do this in the lab when I was a scientist. We'd
really?
crush up the samples before we did the analyses.
Right. Okay, that's that.
So
How much do you use of this?
Well, you can use as much as you like, depending on how much chicken you have.
Right. We've only got 2, but...
So I only got 2 here, so we're using kind of like half a dozen sprigs. But if you kind of stick to that formula...
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't matter if you use a little more, it'll just be a little stronger.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so fresh smelling. I love it. That's great.
Really good.
Okay, so we've got that.
All right, so we just crush that up.
Uh-huh. Here's one more.
All right, so you can see you've got a bit of a green mush in there.
Yeah.
Coming along. Mm-hmm. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to add some lemon to that.
Okay, do you want me to cut one?
Well, no, what I've done, okay, so what I did is I took a lemon.
Right. You want me to do this?
Use the grater over there.
Right.
And you just grate the outside of the lemon on the other side. Use the coarse side, and you'll get this kind of thing. See how that's coming through? It just makes it a bit easier to squash it.
Oh, you can see that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So that comes through. So that's probably enough.
Okay.
We'll just scoop that up in here.
Okay,
so
where do you want it? In here?
Yep, in here.
Okay. You need any more?
Just add this from here.
Okay. Okay, that's probably 1 lemon, right?
So it's pretty much, you can see here, here's the lemon that I took the rind off.
Right.
And you start squashing this in here till it gets a bit mushy.
Right.
I don't know if you can see that there. It's all a bit squished up together.
Right.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
Now, that looks beautiful.
So you smell the lemon and everything in that?
Oh, beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous.
Okay. Now what we do is we stick the salt
Okay.
and the pepper in.
Can I try this now?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
let me try this.
This is a lot of fun.
This is a lot of fun. Give me that.
So
okay.
you
So
don't-
how much salt do you think that is? About a tablespoon and a half, 2
Yeah,
tablespoons?
that's about a tablespoon, but you
Okay.
don't want to use all of that. You
Okay,
probably
so
only
just-
want to use about half.
Okay. That's good. All right.
And then there's about a half a tablespoon of cracked pepper.
Okay, you want to put that in there?
And you can pop that in there as well.
Okay.
Just mix that in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it
pretty
makes
good.
like this real aromatic kind of
Oh, it smells
smell.
so good. I can't even tell you. It just really smells wonderful.
That's good. Perfect.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is normally I would add garlic to this. So
But we
you can
didn't this time because it's Kathryn and she can't have garlic.
So normally I'd add like
clove
probably
of
2 or
garlic.
3 cloves of
The
garlic,
garlic.
and squash it up in the mortar and pestle. But what I'm gonna do today is use some onion.
Great.
I'm not going to use all of this onion.
Okay.
I'm just going to chop a little piece off the end here. Like, and I'm talking a real small bit here. So let me just get rid of that there.
So like a teaspoon of onion.
Yeah, it's kind of like a chunk. And then what I'm going to do is just give it a rough chop. And then that's got to go in the mortar and pestle as
Okay,
well.
let's put that there so you can see it. Let's put that in there.
Yep. And do a bit of a squish. It's a little bit harder to squish when it gets a bit full. Yeah, that's a good idea. When you hold your hand over the top, it stops it from...
Flying out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Little flying saucers of onion.
Right.
All right, let's grab one of these. What we might do is take some out.
Okay, let's take some out.
Yeah, take some out and then pop some more in. Take some out. Okay,
that good?
Have a go at that now.
Okay. Whoops. That's funny.
Think about, this is good. If you've had a hard day.
And you're really mad, you can really take it out on the onion, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. Gets rid of your stress.
All right.
Do you know that's what I love about cooking? It actually takes away the stress.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
Yeah.
it? All right, how squashed
Okay,
is
that's
that
good.
now?
That's squashed.
good.
Okay.
Add a bit more in there. Now, you can squash this as much or as little as you like.
Okay, we'll do that. So this is really good. So that would be maybe not even a quarter of an onion. It would be
Oh, not
half of a
even.
quarter of an onion.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple tablespoons of onion.
Yep.
Okay.
But if you really like onion, you can add as much as you like, and you can put it in the bullet.
The bullet or
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
food processor.
Yeah, you can do
Okay.
it in there if you like. It's really neat to have this because it gives a more homemade.
And you can
kind
pick
of
them
look.
up for practically nothing at like places like Bed Bath and Beyond or anywhere.
I think that's good.
Okay.
That's a little more
Okay.
coarse than
Okay. That's
but I
fine.
think it'll be really
That's
nice.
fine. That's good. So here you go.
All right. So,
Now, what else do you need now?
all right. So now we've got to spray the.
Okay, so let me get a cloth here. And let me wipe my hands off a minute. And what we'll do is we'll just wipe this up a little.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great
Okay.
if it was self-cleaning?
Oh, yeah. Right on. That would be good. And what I love about these cutting boards are they're so easy to work with, and they go right into the dishwasher. Just simple. Okay, now
Absolutely.
what you want me to do is you want me to spray this?
Yep. Spray it with some olive oil spray. Makes it real simple.
Okay.
Just on the bottom. You're just really making it so it doesn't stick. Perfect.
Okay. All right.
That's all good.
Now, what are we going to do?
And then we're going to take our chicken. We're going to cut off the fatty bits so that we're not getting too much
So why don't we
fat
do
in
this?
there.
Why don't we take a little break in between? We'll do that, and we'll come right back on The Chef You and I right after these important messages. So don't forget to go to thechefyouandi.com to get all the recipes every time we do a show.
Excellent.
We'll be right back. We're back on The Chef You and I have an idea for you that's really simple that I use in the kitchen, Kim, and that is use your trusty, dusty scissors from your
That's
kitchen
great.
scissors,
All right.
and you'll make your... Now, how much do you want me to cut
Oh,
off
that's
of here?
perfect.
Is that perfect?
That's great.
And maybe a little piece off of here.
Yeah.
All right.
If you whack that in the tray.
And then I'm going to whack that in the tray. Oh, yeah. Is that the way you're talking?
Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
let me have
All right,
that.
here's another one. You need to
Okay,
do
I need
some
to
work on that.
See, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You need to be cutting forever on that one.
Yeah, because if you cook it with, if you cook it with that in, it'll be fine, but it'll just be a lot fattier.
Yeah, and you don't want that.
No.
All right.
Yeah, take
And
that
you
little
need
thing
to
off.
wash your hands after you use, whenever you're preparing poultry, you need to thoroughly, do your boards. And I usually use Clorox or something real strong. Then I put them in the dishwasher, and they really get wonderful. Okay.
So that's great.
Isn't that great?
That's fantastic. Now, before we wash our hands,
Yeah.
let's get all the stuff out the way we need to do.
Yeah, that we need to do. Okay, so we're going to
So-
just plop that in there this
Yep.
way, right?
Yep, now.
Now I'm going to come back with this.
Yep.
And since you didn't use this end right here,
that's
right?
great.
And then
So-
I'll just chuck these away. So just a moment. Put these in here. Okay. And I need to get a cloth. Hold on. With some soap on it. Okay, and I'm going to wipe this off real quick.
All right.
Okay.
And then once you're done doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the olive oil that I have
Okay.
here.
And hold on a minute. Hold on just a
Yeah.
minute. Do you love to cook a lot?
Yeah, I do. It's one of the things that's really nice to be able to get fresh food.
Give me
cook it
that
from
right there.
scratch.
Put it right here, and then we can show. Okay, so now what's the first thing we're going to do?
So what we're going to do is we're going to rub the skin
With olive oil?
Yep.
So I have a little pastry thing, I think, here, or I can do it with my hand, or you can do it with whatever. Look in there and see if it's in there, if you don't mind.
It's pretty easy to do it with your hand.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
All right, not to worry. We're just going to do it with my hand. Okay.
So you just pour a little on and rub it in. And do it with the other one as well.
Okay.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
here's the fun part.
What's the fun part?
Getting all this green
Oh,
stuff
I get to do
on
that on the
chicken.
chicken. Oh, good.
All
I
right.
can't wait to do that.
So you just plop it on the top and
Pop it on the
spread it
top
out.
and spread it out. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, real easy.
Really easy. I have an
usually-
idea of how you do the rest of it. Right. So, boy, does that smell good too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
So
how
you would
much-
just double that, Kim,
Yeah. Yeah.
for the other part, right? For the
Yeah.
other two. And
Yeah.
actually, we tested this out ahead of time just to see how great it was. And oh my gosh, I loved it so much. I told her that we had to do this. Absolutely. Okay, now what do I do with those little sprig things?
All right. Now, what I do is just put them kind of around the chicken.
Do you want me to cut them?
No, just
Okay.
put them straight in. They've been
Straight in
washed,
there?
Been washed before. Just
Yeah,
around
right
the
over.
chicken. Yeah,
Like that.
yeah,
Like that, maybe?
yeah. And they give a real aromatic flavour to
Oh
the chicken.
gosh, that's great.
All right. And we've got one more thing to do.
Oh, what's one more thing?
If you grab the lemon,
The lemon. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
or you do grab the whole lemon.
The whole lemon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the
other big
that one.
lemon? Yeah.
Cut it into 4 pieces.
Four pieces? You want to do that for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got one. Don't worry about the seeds and stuff. They
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
stay in.
Wow, this
And then
is
what
really
you do
cool.
is you
Yeah.
sit these
Inside
the tray.
in the tray,
Yeah, around the chicken.
around the chicken, like
Yep.
that.
Yep, and that bakes it up, gives it some real
Wonderful
like
flavor.
moisture.
Right.
And then we get a little bit of lemon there.
Yes.
Squeeze
And then
a
spray
little
it.
bit over the top.
All right.
Yeah, it's all by hand.
Yes, all by hand.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, and then we're going to pop that in the oven, right?
One more thing.
One more thing. I keep
We're
on
going to
hearing.
take a little bit more of the olive oil.
Yeah.
And just bit
Spray-
over the top.
yeah,
Not
just
too much.
Not too much.
So in there was about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil to
Okay.
start with.
Right. Now what we want to do is we want to put this in the oven, right?
Yep, 375 Fahrenheit.
For how long?
Well, depends on the size of your chicken. So
Okay.
you can really gauge it by when you poke them with a knife or
Or-
a skewer, the juice should run clear. So for those, it should take about 45 minutes.
45 minutes to an hour, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't need to turn them or anything. You just leave them like that.
Just like that. So I'm going to pop them in the oven, okay?
Ready?
Down at the bottom?
No, right
Top.
up the top. Yeah.
Okay, the top. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly go over that a minute. So we used marijuana? Not marijuana. Marjoram. And we used actually thyme and salt. And we used a different kind of salt this time.
Yeah, we used pink Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt. It was coarse salt. And then what we did is we had olive oil, lemon, and pepper and onions. But you would have used 3 cloves of garlic with it, right?
That's right.
So you'd probably double this for 4 pieces of chicken. Absolutely. Yeah. So that was really good. And the next thing that we're going to make when we come back is cut up our potatoes.
Yep, that's right.
To get them ready to go in the oven, and our asparagus, and we're going to do it a very different way, which I'm very excited about. And then what we're going to do is show you how to make a really wonderful dessert. Excellent.
Easy to do.
Easy to do. Yeah. This is so simple, really healthy for you. And you could serve a salad with this, couldn't you?
Absolutely. Anything that you've got in the fridge, it's just really great with the chicken, makes a base for a lot of really nice meals. It's really good with coleslaw.
Right.
You know, some potato, bit of coleslaw. It's lovely.
Lovely. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back after these messages on Kathryn Raaker's The Chef You and I. We're back on The Chef You and I with Kim Ellis, my friend from Australia. And being a scientist, you must really enjoy looking at all of this and examining it. And let me ask you a question. What do you think they ate on Mars?
Who?
Anybody.
Oh, anybody who's been to Mars?
Yes.
I don't know, but whatever it was, it's extinct now.
Yeah, that's true. Anyhow, we are going to be doing some really favorite, wonderful vegetables that I love, potatoes and asparagus. And I wanted you to see this new product. It's been around for about a year or two, and it's called a Bagwell. It holds these beautiful asparagus, and after they're done, if there's anything left, we can actually put them in another bag or clean this bag out, seal them up, and you've got dinner.
Oh, awesome. That's
and you
what
can freeze it. Don't you love it?
Yeah.
And a woman invented this, and her name is Stacey Roberts, and she did it while she was in college.
Oh, good for her.
Isn't that smart?
Yeah, it is.
Wonderful entrepreneur. You can actually put this in the dishwasher.
Oh, that's handy.
Dishwasher, you can take it on camping trips. You can use it in the garage. You can use it everywhere. They're one of our sponsors. Have to say that. Okay. Now, let's talk about what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is what?
Potatoes.
Okay, so give me those potatoes, and what are we going to do? You want me to take the eyes out?
Yeah, it doesn't
like
have
this?
to be perfect.
Okay, like that.
Oh, that's like,
Yeah, I know.
Just cut the end off.
I'll just cut the end off.
Yeah. See?
All right, that's good.
Good-o.
Good-o.
And then
What is good-o? What does that mean?
No, good-o. It just means it's a exclamation saying good on you.
Good on you. All right.
So
okay.
now chop it in half.
Okay, I want to take the eye off.
Yeah.
Okay, chop it in half.
Yeah.
Right.
And
then quarter it?
No,
just like that?
Yeah.
Just like that?
We want to spray.
Oh, we want to spray this.
Spray it so it doesn't stick.
Look at that. See, easy does it. Hold on, we'll just put that right over here. Now, I want to spray this, right?
Yeah, with a bit of olive oil spray.
Right.
So
I
that
love
they
this,
stick.
don't you?
It's so handy.
It's so handy, and it's easy to do.
Do you know what my favourite way to use that is to use it when I'm making cupcakes.
Cupcakes with olive oil?
Yeah, you can't even taste it.
You can't even taste it.
You just spray the little cups, and they come right out.
That's good.
All right.
Okay, I'm just going to do this one
so
too.
you don't have to be too exact with that.
Yeah, but I still don't like that. Okay. So we're going to do this, right?
Yep.
Well, can I quarter them?
No, well, the thing is, if you quarter them, they're going to cook faster. So if you want to get your food done a bit quicker, you can quarter them.
Okay.
So
all right,
let's do that.
Okay, let's do that. All right, because we already have the chicken on, right?
Yeah, we do. So you don't need to put these on. These will only take about
What?
20 minutes maybe.
20 minutes? Okay.
And so once your chicken's been on for about 20 minutes, you can pop these in the oven.
Great.
And that way they'll be ready about the time your chicken is.
I like quarters.
Yeah.
That
It'll
looks
cook
nicer.
much faster.
Right. Okay. What about those?
All right. Let me get some done as well over here.
Okay. And I love, potatoes done in the oven like this, or you can put them on the grill. And I don't know if you do this. I do them, Kim, in aluminum foil.
Oh, yes.
Aluminum
Yeah.
foil. And I do it with mushrooms, carrots,
Yeah.
anything that you can just put together, and it's really beautiful.
It's wonderful. And in fact, we're going to do the asparagus that way. It's
Right.
how I do it on the barbecue at home.
Right.
In Australia, you pop the asparagus in the foil. Doesn't dirty your pan.
Good idea.
Yep. So there's no washing up from the pan, and it cooks it beautifully, steams it.
Oh, yeah, I tried it. We did a whole dinner before, and it was so delicious.
It's amazing what a difference it makes. Just
Yeah, it
that
does. It
little
makes
bit.
a great difference. So we've got these that we're popping in, right?
All right. So now.
Okay. So we've got those to pop in, right?
All right. Let me get rid of that.
Now, are you going to put anything on top of this?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. We're
Okay.
going to put some red onion in there to kind of carry over the flavour
Okay.
from
Let
the
me just
chicken.
pop these over here. Okay.
So you don't need much. Kind of like it's a quarter of an onion, really.
Really?
And you can cut it any way you like. And now all you do is you sprinkle that through the
Okay. Like this?
Yep.
Yeah, I
through.
love onion, especially red onion, don't
Yeah,
you?
it's
I
great.
love your nails. Show those nails. Those are so
thank
cute.
you. The special for Halloween.
Right.
The gal said they were ombre, which meant
Ombre?
they're kind of different
From
colours.
Texas.
Yeah, in Texas.
In Texas. We just came
And,
back from Texas.
And when they're cold, they go dark.
Ooh.
And when they're hot, they go red.
Okay. That's cool.
It's a bit of fun for Halloween.
That is
which
fun.
Is great.
And I like to do fun things for Halloween. We did a cooking show with a little girl and her mom, Dale Noel, and her daughter Alexis and we did really cute, fun treats.
That's good.
Is that good?
Yep, that's good.
Okay, that's good. Are you going to use some pepper on that?
So what we're going to do first is we're going to add some olive oil.
Okay.
Again, it's about 1/3 of a cup. Pour it all through.
Olive oil's so good for you.
Yeah, it is.
Really
and
good.
you can use, a lot of people don't like using extra virgin olive oil, but that's mainly for frying. It burns if you fry it. But when you're
Right.
baking it in the oven, it doesn't tend to do that.
Right.
It gives a lovely flavour.
Okay, so now what are we doing?
So now you want to put
This?
some Himalayan salt just all over there really roughly. And do the same thing with your ground pepper.
Right.
And you can put really any spices you like on this, whatever it is that you like. You can put garlic in there as well, just some garlic cloves. All right.
Okay.
Now
Now
what-
we're going to get ready to put this in the oven.
Well, what we do is we get our fingers in there. Do you want me to do
Finger?
that?
No, I don't mind. I don't know.
And
I don't know.
push it through.
Yeah, I'm pushing it through.
Awesome. Now it's ready to go in the oven.
Okay, now we can put this in the oven now. Is it about 20 minutes? Is it about 20 minutes now?
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes.
Okay, let's do that. We'll take a little break and we'll be right back on the Chef You and I. We're back, and now that I've washed my hands, because if you don't wash your hands after you do that, the actual dish can slip right out of your hands, and then you're going to have a mess. So let's put this in the oven along with the chicken, and let's do that, Kim.
Cool. There we go.
All right, so
bottom shelf.
bottom
so you can
shelf.
Pop it right in there with the chicken.
All right. There you go. Boy, that chicken's smells so good. I can't believe it. Okay, now what are we going to do next? Show me what we're going to do.
All right, we're going to do. There's some foil for you.
Thank you.
What we've got. So we've got 2 bits of foil about that big.
Right.
Pop them together because you
Right.
want to make sure if there's only 1 bit of foil, sometimes you can burn the bottom of the asparagus.
Right. So we don't want to do that.
No, and we're going to spray this with the olive oil again.
Okay.
So they don't stick. Perfect. Oh, that's heaps.
Here you go.
Very good. So like you can use just a little bit. It's great.
Okay, so now,
Now we'll halve that asparagus. We'll take half each.
do you want me to take...
No, I've already chopped the... Oh, no, we haven't chopped the bottoms off.
I'm sorry. One.
All right.
And you can break them easily,
Yeah.
right? How many do you want?
Oh, about half of what's in there.
Okay. Easy to do.
Actually, while you're doing that...
How many? 6, 7, what?
Oh, as many as you like. The main thing is you've got to be able to close this up like this and fold it over.
Fine. Don't you want me to do that one?
Yep. Yep, I'll pass it over in a second.
Okay. I love making asparagus soup at this time of year, too. That's so good. Soups are so good. Now, is that
Asparagus.
enough?
Yeah, that's enough. And what we do
Right.
is we grab a little piece of bacon, whatever bacon or ham or anything that you like that's
right,
got that bacon
right.
flavour. And we just chop it up into a few little pieces.
Okay, that looks good.
Yeah, and you can put like 3 little bits on top.
1, 2, 3. How about that?
All right, cool.
All right.
And then what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of butter, just a really small bit. You can use more if you like, but it's a little more healthy with a
Okay.
little.
All right, and then you're
And
going
then
to
you
take
wrap,
it like this?
yeah, fold it over a little. Yeah, and then fold up the ends.
I get it.
Sure
I get
it's
it.
folded
I get
in.
it.
Fold
Okay.
up the ends. A little bit more because we've got to fit it in the fry pan.
Yeah, and you're not going to put water in it. That's weird.
No, we're not.
No water. So I'm going to get the fry pan.
Yep, and if you turn on you can turn on the middle griddle or you can turn on the edge one. It doesn't matter.
I'll do this one. Hold on. There we go. All right, put it in there.
Yep,
Put it
and then
on.
you put that
This
straight
one
in the pan.
straight in the pan like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Now just fold up your ends
Okay, got it. Got
a
it.
bit more. And then what
Okay.
you'll want to do is stand next to the pan and every
Right.
now and then just shake it.
Okay, so give me that one.
Yep.
Okay, we'll just pop this up.
Get you a little bit of butter there ready. Look at that.
That's beautiful. Great. We'll do that. The rest of them.
And this is great because what happens is the heat and the moisture out of the asparagus steams it in its own little package. And then when you're ready to serve, you can pop it on a platter, still in its foil.
All right, got one more.
It keeps
Okay,
it
now
hot.
watch this. Watch this, girl. Then you just take these, pop them in here.
Oh, that's
and a lot of
brilliant.
chefs keep different things and they steam those and they'll get,
Yeah.
even with the woody situation, they'll get a nice thing for their...
Oh, now.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Oh, bacon, I forgot.
Yep,
Bacon. Bacon. Right.
And then your bit of butter.
Butter. Right.
And
like
then
that.
fold it.
Like this.
Yep. Make sure you get a good seal on it. Otherwise it won't steam as
And
well.
then do that.
Yeah.
That's there.
Probably
Okay.
fold it in a little more so it fits in the... Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Put that in there next
Yeah,
to that.
and you can hear it kind of starting to sizzle a bit now.
All right. That sounds good.
And it's as easy as that.
Yeah, and we'll be right back in just a few seconds after this cooks a little bit on the stove. And we will have steamed asparagus, right?
Exactly.
Right. So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back on The Chef You and I. Don't forget to go to thechefyouandi.com and you can print out all your recipes.
Yes.
That's nice. So we'll have that listed up on there. And you'll have pictures of the actual recipes as well. We'll be right back on The Chef You and I. We're back on The Chef You and I with Kim Ellis, my friend from Australia and chef. And now we've just taken the wonderful asparagus package out so that you can see what it looks like. And
Be really careful when you're opening these.
because they're really hot.
Yeah, because you've got a bit of steam going on there.
Yeah, you do have steam going on there. Look at how beautiful that is.
Now
that is
comes
gorgeous.
out just absolutely nice and green and steamed and tender and you can pop that on the plate
Right away.
right away.
So that's beautiful. So we'll keep that for, we're going to have dinner in just a little while, so we want to make sure.
Pop this behind here.
So, and then we want to take this one out. This is probably
yeah.
done by now, right?
Yeah.
Put that right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do pecans
Yes.
from Georgia. Okay. If you're a Georgia peach, you love pecans, right?
Oh, that's good.
So
we're going to do candied pecans, which is
the way you say it, right? And so let's look at those. Those are really beautiful. Those are
just pecan
beautiful.
halves.
Yeah, right.
Now let me. I can't remember how many ounces it is because we use metric in
okay.
Australia.
So I would say that's about 1.5 ounces.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is a pretty large size bowl.
Yeah.
And so this is what they're going to look like when they're finished, right? These
Yeah.
are, and I want to pop one in my mouth if you don't mind.
Ooh, they're good. All caramel, sweet, and you get a bit of caramel around the outside. And the reason that I love doing these is because they're great to put in salad.
Great.
You can put them in salad. You can put them in desserts. They're really good just to eat by themselves.
And do you know what my wonderful sister-in-law does? She makes these every year for everyone.
Oh, wow.
She makes them in a really pretty jar, and you've got them working in or whatever for Christmas.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do that. They make a lot of homemade things for Christmas
Yeah.
or the holidays, and they give them as gifts.
Really simple.
And so
though.
what's the first thing we're going to do, Kim?
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the. So let me explain how it all works.
Okay.
We're going to melt butter and brown sugar.
Right.
We're going to heat it up till it bubbles and goes to that candy
Caramelization.
caramel stage.
Okay.
And then we're going to mix the pecans in, and we're going to pour it onto this foil. I've made like a little foil tray by bending up. It's
Right.
doubled.
Right.
And I've bent up the edges so that once we've cooked it,
Right.
it's really hot. So you've got to be really careful. We pour it on here, put
Yeah.
it straight in the freezer,
Right.
and it sets, and then you can break it up into your little bits.
I have an idea for you, which will help you in the freezer. We have this little cute little thing right here that you can put this on.
Oh, fantastic.
And then you can put it straight in the freezer. How about
That's
that?
a great idea.
Great
So
idea.
Now, same as
Okay,
before, you'll
let me
want to
do that.
spray it so it doesn't stick. It makes it
Okay.
a little easier to get it off.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
Okay. Now what?
And then we're going to take our little pan.
Right.
We're going to melt some butter. And then
Okay.
we're going to add some, so about, I guess that's like 1/3 of a stick of butter.
Okay. Okay. We're going to put that straight on
Yeah, straight on the
the heat
stove.
stove. And I'll do that right now. And you can do this, and we can have the camera come over here if you want to. Okay, and we'll just melt that.
All right, once we've got that melted, or just about melted, we'll add some brown sugar.
Okay.
This is about a cup, but I don't think we're going to need all of that. So we're just going to add a little bit and mix it in till we get it to a smooth kind of a consistency.
This looks really easy to do. And, you know, the wonderful thing is that I always do things with my grandchildren and my children because they like to be part, when I'm around, like to be part of the Chef You and I show or just getting cooking. And actually, my grandchildren,
That might need to go down a bit, otherwise we're going
Okay.
to burn it.
well, you got it
As
down.
low as we can
I
get
got
it
it as
right
low
there.
as you can get it.
Cool.
Okay, right there.
Perfect.
Okay, you
All right.
want to put your,
All
hold
right.
on, we're almost there.
Almost there. That's all good. And the great thing about this is if you wanted to use it to make a sauce, all you need to do is add a little bit of cream.
Oh, cream. That sounds great.
Yep. So you add the butter, brown sugar, and a bit of cream, and then it's all a beautiful caramel sauce.
Well, that looks so good.
All right. So that's
Is this one of your favorite things to do?
I love doing this because it's just, it boils up really nicely. It's really fast. Just, it's a little messy.
It
in
is
a
messy.
Small pan.
Yeah, that's
How
all
are we
right.
going there?
Okay, we're done. Okay, want more?
I'm just looking. Yeah, a little bit more
little
brown
bit more.
sugar.
Okay, and that's so good. And you know, if your kids are allowed to have nuts, right? This is a good way to do it.
It absolutely is.
Right. So then, when do you put the pecans in? Now?
When this has started boiling a little bit,
It's boiling a
because
little.
feel how it's a bit granular still.
Yeah, a little granular.
Yeah, we don't want it too granular. And all right, so
Okay.
all right, how are we doing there? We might need a little bit more heat on that now.
It becomes candied. Actually.
Yeah, it does. It's really great. It's such a easy thing to do because you're just heating it up. You just got to be really careful that you wear shoes in the kitchen when you're doing this because you can't, if it falls on your feet.
Forget it. Then you burn
yeah,
yourself.
You're gonna, because it gets really hot. So see now how that's starting to bubble up. All right, now we're going to add all the pecans.
Okay.
And you mix those in and you keep it going till it starts to bubble.
Starts to bubble.
Yeah, so see how it's starting to bubble around
Oh,
the edges
yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Mix all the candy over the pecans. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stop stirring it for a minute till we see it start to really bubble up.
Okay, I'm going to stop for a minute. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So it should only take a few minutes of the bubbling up. You want to be careful not to burn it, but while it's bubbling like that, it's pretty good. So I think, what we're
ready?
going to do, not quite, just let it bubble for a minute. This is really great. The dessert we're going to do is fresh fruit, cream, candied pecans, and you can mix it up and make it from anything that you have.
That's true.
Any fruit you have in the fridge. You can add a little bit of cake to it. That's all good.
Right, you call it sponge in Australia, don't you?
Oh, we have sponge cake, we have vanilla cake, we have
You have all kinds of
stuff.
cakes, right?
Especially Tim Tams.
Huh?
Little
What?
Tim Tam cookies.
Oh, really?
And Lamingtons, which is cake.
Now this is really boiling, girl.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it should be doing.
You tell me when it's ready.
All right, good to go.
Okay, it's good to
Now
go.
be really careful when
Now
you
I'm going to
bring
be
it
really
across.
careful when I do this.
Pour it all into there. And what
then
you need to
spread
do
it
is
out.
spread it out.
All right.
That's cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah. And then what we do is we just put it in the
Freezer straight away, and it starts freezing.
Yeah, it sets. And then once it's set, you just pull it out, break it up, and you get
Like almost like toffee.
and you get this stuff.
And you get
this-
that. That's wonderful. Okay, I'm
See,
going to put
there's
this
some of
in
the foil that stuck to it before. But you
All right.
get this kind of thing.
And that's really sweet. And then after the next at our next segment, we're going to make the other part of the dessert.
Excellent.
Right? So we'll be right back after these messages on The Chef You and I with Kathryn Raaker and our guest chef, Kim Ellis from Australia. We'll be right back. We're back on The Chef You and I with Kim Ellis, my guest chef from Australia. And I want to do a favorite of mine with your wonderful candied pecans, if you don't mind.
Excellent.
So what I'm going to do is we're using fresh strawberries, right? And wonderful blueberries, which are so good for you. Lots of antioxidants. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a few of these little blueberries to the bottom of the dish, or the glass. And then I'm going to spray some.
Ooh, you better keep that over there away from me.
I know. Yeah. Actually, this is so good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these up, right, and just cut them up whatever way you want, actually.
Berries are great.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that one for the top.
I remember when I was growing up, there
Right.
were blackberry bushes that
Ooh,
were
I
just
love
down the
blackberries.
road from, and
Right.
I used to pass them coming home from school.
We used to pinch them all the time
Yeah,
in England.
we used to do the
right?
same thing too.
I love that. I love pinching.
Yeah, stop and I'd come home and you'd get all those blackberry stains on your
Right.
fingers.
Now what you want to do is you want to use a little bit more. Right?
Yeah.
Then what you want to do is you want to put a few of these in there.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, I'm not ready yet.
Oh.
I'm going to just use a couple of these on the top because I'm going to do another topping.
Oh.
So this is going to be
Well,
awful
this is
heady.
like
Right.
a really big tower of sweetness.
Right, of whipped cream, right? Then what I'm going to do, see this one right here? This goes on the top, right?
Yep.
With a couple of blueberries. One,
Excellent.
2, 3,
Gorgeous.
4, and then just put a couple more of these little things in. One here, right?
Yeah.
And one here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to show that. It's really pretty, really cute, right?
Yeah.
And that's a wonderful dessert.
oh, easy.
Took minutes, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Dead easy.
Even with making these.
Right, dead easy, really
Yeah.
simple, and it took maybe 4 strawberries,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it didn't take many.
It didn't take many, and it's so delicious, and it looks so pretty when you get it done, right?
It's awesome.
So we're going to need to take a break. We're going to sit down and we're going to eat after the chicken's almost done.
Yeah, it is.
The asparagus and the potatoes are almost done. The asparagus is done, but the potatoes are almost done. And we're going to sit down in our beautiful dining room.
Yes.
And we have a wonderful friend named April
Yeah, we
over, and she's going to enjoy dinner with us. And then you're going to be able to find these wonderful recipes
Yes.
on our website. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. We're back on the Chef You and I with our guest chef, Kim Ellis, and my very good friend, April Trawick Roberts. And she is with
The Brighton Center.
the Brighton Center. And the wonderful thing about having friends over for dinner is that you'll be able to share this wonderful chicken. And what do you call this?
Well, it's just chicken with a herb crust.
Herb
Herb and
crust.
lemon crust. Yeah.
Herb and lemon crust. And she did something very special for me, April. She didn't put garlic in it.
It's awesome.
That's awesome, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to try out the chicken and serve the potatoes. She has wonderful baked potatoes that were done in the oven with onions and
Yeah.
olive oil,
Yeah,
right?
and
Very
bit of-
simple.
And salt and pepper. Our lovely pink Himalayan salt and pepper.
Himalayan salt. And then she did a beautiful asparagus. And how did we go through that again?
So
preparing
that
it?
the asparagus was in foil. It's something that we do in the barbecue all the time in Australia. You wrap it up in foil with a bit of butter, some bacon, and just cook it over a griddle. It's great.
Oh, that sounds great. And this is the part of the show that I really, really love. This is the end of the show where we get to try everything, right? And we have to say goodbye. So what we want to do is, if you wouldn't mind serving each piece out to,
Oh, no
would
problem.
you? And give us your plate, April.
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll put the chicken on there.
Thank you.
And, it wasn't really hard to do, was it?
No, it's really all
Really
just
simple,
about
really
mixing
simple.
stuff in.
And then you could serve yourself some potatoes and whatever you'd like to have, April. So here's actually a spoon. And
Pass your plate.
lovely. This looks just so beautiful. I can't wait to try it. And that was one of the herbs just that came off. That's all right.
Yeah, you
And
don't
she
wanna lose
used
it.
all fresh herb, as you remember, as we did that on the show already. And actually, I can't wait to try this. Do you want me to pass this to you?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, just a moment. I'll pass this to you, and then you can try it. Whoops. Here you go. Try that.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And, we always love to give our recipes on the Chef You and I show, so you can go to the
Whoops.
Whoops. That went down. We got
Oh,
it.
no.
You're very good at this, aren't
Oh,
you?
yeah, I'm great.
You're
I'm
great
just,
at that.
you know.
All right, not to worry.
I caught the other one in my legs, so it's all,
okay.
it's all good.
A couple of tomatoes, right?
Yep,
Tomatoes.
right, there you go.
And do you want some? You've already got. Do you want any potatoes? You don't want any potatoes, okay? And I'm going to try one potato, okay, and a couple of asparagus.
That's
Hold on.
cheating, using your fingers.
Whoops. I'm having a hard time. What are you talking about? Let's put that back. And I'm not really that hungry because I see what we're going to have for dessert, which I'm really excited about. And that is, if you don't mind me telling you, that is wonderful fresh strawberries,
Yeah.
blueberries, a little bit of whipped cream, and we made some candied pecans,
Yeah.
and that was really simple too, wasn't it?
Oh, so simple.
So
like
simple.
3 ingredients.
Right.
Bit of time. Whack them in the freezer, and then you've got caramel pecans
Wonderful.
ready for your
That's
dessert
great.
or in a salad.
Right. And we want to say to all of you, use your glasses, ladies. Thank you so much. Bon appetit. And
Cheers.
we'll see you next time on The Chef You and I.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us on the Chef You and I Show today. We'll be back next week with another great and healthy recipe. Don't forget to visit our website, thechefyouandi.com, for all of our featured recipes, cooking tips, and clips of the show.